Well, second day was good. I think more installation today. We had a few more busted assignments, I think, on defense or on offense. More defensive looks went in, and we've probably put in about 40% of the offense in 2 days. So that stands to reason a little bit. You hope it wouldn't be that way, but we'll correct off of it. We've got more installation tomorrow. We're just in that phase right now. We're a whole teaching method, which means we put it all in and we try to clean it up to get back to the whole being right. So we know we're going to have ups and downs and learning on that assignments for a few days. But it wasn't awful, but a little few more than last night.
Tyler, you've been talking about the mechanics and him being able to work with, throughout fall and spring camp, and it seems like he's changed his mechanics. He's got really smooth the way he's throwing the ball, and it's delivered perfectly. And what have you seen? I mean, have you seen that development in him as a quarterback just these past couple months?
Yeah, I think what it basically gets down to, Joe, is probably related to confidence. He's more confident. He knows what he's doing. He's confident what he's doing, and when you're confident, you play faster, you play smarter, you play stronger, and he's always had those talents, but they're showing more because of the things that he knows now, and that helps a lot.
I thought Japheth today had a pretty impressive day. I mean, a couple of really nice catches. I mean, he's gone through a lot the last couple of years. What does it feel for you to be able to see a guy succeed, after someone struggles?
Yeah, well, he has. You hope the good Lord of football blesses him so he makes it through the year healthy, and if anybody deserves it, he does. I mean, he had a tough injury last year, and it really inhibited his season a great deal because by the time he came back, it was hard to get him into the flow and get him into a rhythm. And unfortunate, Japheth is such a hard worker and such a great team guy and such a great guy. You love to coach him, and you hope good things happen to him. And he did have it. He's had 2 good days.
Coach, when it comes to the JUCO players and the transfers and installs, do you notice that they need a few more reps because they haven't been here quite as long, or maybe a few less because they have a little more experience on the football field, and so the freshman is just joining the team this year?
I think they're like a freshman in the amount of reps that they've had. They're physically maybe a little farther along, but it's still new to them, and it's more complex. It's a step up, and there's just more details and little things to learn, and our installation goes pretty fast. If they were here for the spring, it's beneficial to them because they got the foundation in the spring. They're getting it again. But for the guys that show up, and this is their first practices, there's a learning curve that's just like the true freshmen that got here. It's very similar.
When it comes to the installation, you said you install everything. If you notice something in the first installation really works or maybe really doesn't, do you still kind of stick with it, or do you put that on the back burner and concentrate on things?
Well, most of the time we just lock in our memory bank that we've got to fix it. As we get out of the whole part teaching and get to the part again and go back to clean up, we know we got to go back and fix those kind of things so we denote that. Now, if it continues to be a problem, then we evaluate whether it fits us. What are we not teaching right? What are we not coaching right? What are we not learning right? It can be a lot of different things. So it's a constant evaluation process. But after 2 days, we're certainly not to the point where we would think of limiting anything. We're always tweaking, but it'll be the end of next week before we start to make those kind of evaluations, probably.